Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. So today we're going to be reviewing Canon's announcement. Last night at 3 a.m. it went live for their EOS R system, and we want to take a look at facts versus conjecture. What was real? What was Memorex? What did we get right? What didn't we get right? What did we take from this announcement? What was interesting, right? So let me start out by saying I'm sick. The kids got me ill, and now I'm just kind of fighting through it. So excuse this nasally thing that's going on right now. So let me also say that in the last video, there was a lot of people that said, hey, Joe, you got this wrong. Nikon's actually getting 120 frames per second at 1080p. You said they only do 60. You're wrong. Let me just say that I am the first to admit when I'm wrong about anything. And I appreciate every one of you that tell me that I'm wrong in the comment area. That's what this is all about. I do appreciate it. But, a big but here. Please, please, if I'm wrong, I always put in the very first comment, I pin one. I will make that, let's say, fix, okay, that revision, that mea culpa, in that first comment. So look there before posting that you're wrong about X or wrong about Y or wrong about Z. Just check that out first, because this way we don't get 5, 10, 15 people saying that I'm wrong. Okay. I get it. Please just take a look at that first comment. That being said, what I'm going to do here is, as we're talking about this stuff, I'm going to run the video from last night. They have a really cool video that shows the different lenses being used, some pictures and whatnot. I'm going to roll it here. Hopefully I don't get a strike for copyright. I don't know. I'm going to stick it here or stick it there, wherever, so you can see it, just in case you have not seen it as of yet. Also, throughout this conversation, I'm going to throw up some pictures of the EOS, the, let's say, stock images that they released to PR press. So what I want to do is take a look at the things that I thought were important that came out of this announcement and just go over them. And maybe some of you will say, oh, well, Canon's not so bad, or other people will say, oh yeah, it's pretty much status quo. So let's get right into it and see what we got. Now, let me start out with that control slider. I thought that that was really something different. Instead of having on the back a joystick or whatnot, you have a slider that kind of moves left or moves right, and you can control things with it, settings. I thought that was really neat. It's something innovative, something new, something that no one else has done. So I thought that was kind of cool. Also, the AF points of 5,655 that a lot of us, me included, thought had to be a typo, really were not a typo. I can't even believe it. There are actually 5,655 points of selectable AF points, right? That's just crazy. So I guess at this point, points of autofocus is moot. For a while there, it was like, oh, this camera has 273 points of autofocus. Ours has 300. Ours has 493 points of 5,655. Basically, like I said, it's moot. It doesn't really matter at this point. No one's going to come out with a camera and say, oh, we got 6,000 points of autofocus. This doesn't matter. They are selectable. But what's interesting about these points is they cover the entire sensor vertically, 100%, but 88% horizontally. So you're losing a little bit on the side, guessing for crop factor, putting on, let's say, an EFS lens or whatnot. But either which way, you're getting 100% and 88% with your selectable AF points. Also, what was interesting here with video, now in my last video, you can see it over here. In my last video, I stated that Nikon had the ability to record 10-bit 422 and that Canon could not. A couple of you guys said, I don't know, Joe, they could by just looking at the megabytes that is able to read at blah, blah, blah. The Canon EOS R can record 10-bit 422. Now, that is also, just like Nikon, to an external recorder. It cannot record that amount of data to a card. Is what it is. But it also provides 12 stops of dynamic range using Canon log, which is nice, as well as focus peaking. So, not bad. Can't complain about that. Now, a couple of you guys said during a few videos ago that how about if Canon was able to stick like an ND filter inside the body if they make the body bigger? Well, Canon kind of did that. They give you the ability to buy an EF to EFR or an EF to EFR with control ring. And finally, they allow you to buy an EF to EFR with drop-in filter support. Kind of cool. So basically, you could just slide in an ND filter right in between your sensor and your glass, or your lens, right? Right in between. Really kind of neat. I like the idea of using what you have to its fullest. And that's basically what they're doing here. Now, as far as single card to dual card, people were saying, maybe it will have dual. It does not. Just like Nikon, it only provides one card slot. That is it. But Canon gives you an SD card, which is an Ultra UHS 2 SD card, whereas Nikon provides XQD. One or the other, which one you like, completely up to you. But it is only one card. Another thing that's really innovative, let's say, is that the new RF glass provides a setting ring or a control ring at the front end of it that allows you to set that ring to 5 different functions, let's say ISO or aperture or whatever you need it to be. That is really cool because now as you're shooting, you can just rotate your fingers a little bit and change ISO or change the aperture or whatever right at the front of the glass. It reminds me of one of these little S120s that I have. It's the same type of thing. You have this ring. This ring is basically the ring that you see at the end of that RF glass. So you can set the ring to whatever you want and then just rotate it and make the changes to whatever you have it specifically set for. I like that. I think that's cool. That is something that no other manufacturer is doing. So once again, Canon is being a little bit innovative here, which I like. Also, they're going to introduce a DPP Express piece of software, as well as update the Canon Connect app. All right, that will be available in October, I believe, of this year. And it basically gives you full editing capacity on your iPad. Really kind of neat. Now, what I found really strange here is I really thought that Canon was going to go low with this camera. And instead they went higher. We originally thought it was going to be about $1,900, but Canon comes in at $2,299. So let's call it $2,300 for the body. That's about $400 more than what we thought, or let's call it $300 more than the Sony a7 Mark III. Also, if you pick it up as a kit with a RF 24 to 105 f4, you're going to be spending approximately $3,400, I believe what it is. So it's $1,100 for that lens. These lenses are not cheap. They are not cheap. And we see the exact same thing happening with Nikon. The Nikon lenses that they introduced are not cheap at all. I mean, I kind of get it because this is now their new system, their new lens, let's call it path, and they need to start making some money at it so they can make more and more and more. It makes sense. Now, the thing that I see here, guys, is that both systems are, let's say, kind of dumbed down a little bit. Let's call them consumer systems. Both the Canon EOS are, as well as the Z6 and the Z7. Are they good? Yes. Are they equally as good as each other? Yeah, pretty much. All right, there's a couple of things Canon has that Nikon doesn't have. There's a couple of things that Nikon has that Canon doesn't have. Like, for example, IBIS. A lot of people think that that's just, you just can't do it. If you don't have IBIS in the camera, we don't want it. So those folks are going to need to go Nikon instead of Canon. If you don't mind having IS or image stabilization in your lens, Canon might be the way to go. They're pretty comparable. So my question to you guys is, now that we know what Canon is doing, we have the actual facts and not conjecture. Do you like Canon? Do you like Nikon? Do you like Sony? Right? Or are you just going to simply wait and keep the system that you have and maybe check out Fuji, Fujifilm, as well as Panasonic? We have Fujifilm with their X-T3. That's going to be an amazing camera that will be introduced, I believe, tomorrow on my birthday. Getting old. Anyways, that's going to be tomorrow. And then also we're hearing that sometime in September, Panasonic will be announcing a full frame mirrorless camera. Panasonic's been doing some amazing things with their cameras now, going into a full frame. We hope that they get their AF right, Panasonic, but we'll see what ends up happening. That would be really great to have 4 companies now in the mirrorless wars, let's call them. It would be really cool. So anyways, guys, what do you think? Canon, Nikon, Sony, or are you just going to wait? I want to hear from you. I'm going to get out of here, go take some meds. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you so very much for putting your comments in the comment area below. Please keep calling me out whenever I get something wrong. I do appreciate it. I do not take offense to it. I have extremely thick skin from doing this for so many years. Anyways, if you enjoy my content, as always, please throw me a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you can get all my content when it becomes available, and click the bell icon so when it is available, you will be notified of it. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me. That's it, guys. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.